I believe we have a representative from the United States Attorney's Office. Yes? Stacey Veroni? It's lovely to see you. I know Stacey. She has trained at a number of Rhode Island State Victim Assistance Academies on the criminal justice process in Rhode Island. Always glowing reviews.
Thank you.
Wish you could come back anytime you're ready. I don't have notes for you,
okay.
but I'm so grateful to see you, quite frankly. This is a wonderful surprise.
Wonderful to
Thank you
see
so
you
much.
as well.
Please, if you wouldn't mind.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stacey Erickson, and I present this award on behalf of United States Attorney Charles Calenda. Having been a prosecutor for over 30 years, and for almost 24 of them working with survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault, I am honored to present this award to Kathy McCormick, a passionate volunteer advocate for others, promoting public awareness, demanding respect for victims, and ensuring the public and community leaders hear their stories of survival. Kathy McCormick is a courageous survivor, a dedicated mother and grandmother, and a tireless advocate whose voice has strengthened and transformed the movement for victims' rights in Rhode Island. Her life is a testament to resilience, leadership, and the power of turning personal pain into purposeful change. As a survivor of domestic violence, Kathy made the brave decision not only to heal, but to lead. For more than 17 years, she has been an active member of SOAR, Sisters Overcoming Abusive Relationships, the survivor task force of the Rhode Island Coalition Against Domestic Violence. In her role at SOAR, she has worked to ensure that survivor perspectives are not just heard, but embedded in policy, programming, and systemic reform. Kathy has consistently used her voice to advocate for meaningful change. She has shared her story with students in the social work department at Rhode Island College, helping to educate future professionals about trauma-informed care, survivor-centered advocacy, and the realities of domestic violence. For over a decade, she has also partnered with the 10 Men Collaborative, educating men about what healthy, respectful relationships should look like and fostering accountability and prevention within communities. Her leadership extends to governance and decision-making spaces. Kathy served for 9 years on the board of the South County Domestic Violence Resource Center, representing the survivor voice for her community and ensuring that services remained responsive, inclusive, and empowering. Most recently, she was elected by her peers to serve on the board of directors of the Rhode Island Coalition Against Domestic Violence, a powerful affirmation of the trust, respect, and admiration that she has earned. Her compassion and commitment to creating safer, more supportive systems extend into every aspect of her life. Kathy embodies the spirit of the National Crime Victims' Rights Award through sustained advocacy, leadership, education, strengthening community partnerships, and helped shape a more and just compassionate response to victims of crime. Her impact is lasting, her leadership is authentic, and her service is extraordinary. Kathy is unable to be with us today. However, her award is being accepted by her dear friend, Saida, a fellow member of SOAR and survivor, who is here to welcome and share any remarks if she wishes. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am so honored to accept this award for Kathy and also to speak on her behalf. We have a picture of her. This is Kathy. And I promise you she is here. She really is here with us. Someone can focus. And these are her words that she sent to me. I am deeply honored to have been chosen as one of the 2026 recipients of the Crime Victim Service Award. And while I am unable to be here today to receive it in person, I want you to know that this recognition means a great deal to me, both personally and as someone who advocates for victims and survivors of domestic violence. Through my own journey of survival, I have experienced healing. And it is this process that has inspired me to support others facing similar challenges. Doing this work has brought me a sense of purpose that I never realized I needed, motivating me to continue helping those who are struggling to find hope and healing in their own lives. Abuse does not always make itself known with an obvious act of violence or a loud argument. More often, it begins quietly, with subtle manipulation, with control masked as concern, and with fear disguised as affection. These are the warning signs that are easy to overlook, especially when you believe love can conquer all. My journey began years after I escaped a violent relationship. In that time, I came to understand that I was among the fortunate. By the grace of God, I survived while others did not. That realization stayed with me and shaped my sense of responsibility to act. I carry my experience not just as something I lived through, but as something I can use to reach others who may still be struggling, so they too can find safety, hope, and healing. I share my story because it has the power to make a difference. It is about telling the truth of what abuse can look like, especially in the earliest and most easily overlooked forms. These are the moments we often dismiss, the patterns we hesitate to name. They are also the reason this conversation can feel heavy and uncomfortable, and why so many of us avoid it. But that silence is exactly what allows these cycles to continue behind closed doors. By speaking openly, I hope to help others recognize the signs sooner, to better understand the dynamics of domestic violence, and to strengthen our collective response. When we are willing to name what is happening, we create opportunities for intervention, support, and change. Sharing my story is one way to educate our community, challenge the systems that fall short, and ultimately help protect someone else. It has the power not just to raise awareness, but to save a life. Another important aspect of prevention is teaching our children how to recognize warning signs, those red flags, so they can better understand what healthy relationships look like and avoid potentially harmful situations. We must also address the many barriers that make leaving an abusive relationship so difficult and encourage open conversations with bystanders about their responsibility and power to intervene. There is still so much work to be done in this field, but I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity to contribute in the way that I can. Every effort, no matter how small, brings us closer to a future where no one has to suffer in silence. Thank you.